Dang, we live.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your favorite girls back in the condo. It's your girl, DJ Miss Milan.
And it's your girl, Yan Sneed. And today we have a very special guest, one of my favorite people, Dylan Green.
Yes.
Peace. Hey y'all, what's up? It's 11:30 in the morning. Some people call me Yakub Kweli. Some people call me what are some other names? Most definitely not Beige Loaf. Get that one a lot. No.
We gonna get into some names a little later because I like them names. But welcome to Reasonable Dialogue. This is episode 28. Okay, we growing, and we showing. No pun.
But for those who don't know, so Dylan Green is a brilliant writer, and he's a cultural critic with his foot in rap and overall music discourse, and the other in cinema. He translates a lot of that into conversational journalism. He's written for Pitchfork, Pitches and Planes, OK Player, The Fader, and more. And he also hosts his own podcast, which I had the pleasure of being a guest on, called Real Notes, where he interviews guests, mostly artists, about the intersection of music and film. So welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the condo. What did you bring to the condo, first and foremost? You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Welcome. We open the doors for you. What did you bring to the condo?
Damn. Well, first and foremost, thank y'all so much for having me. I love the both of y'all. I think you're both great, and I love the I love the discourse you got y'all been able to kick off. And the only thing I think I brought to the condo today is this random package I got in the mail to my crib just now. I don't know what's in it. It feels like it might be a t-shirt. So if it's a t-shirt in here, one of y'all's getting a t-shirt.
Okay. You know, I prefer food, but we'll take that.
I feel you. I'll make you some Brussels sprouts next time.
Okay.
A little roasted Brussels sprouts, you know what I'm saying? A little seasoning. Listen, they used to hate on Brussels sprouts. That I feel like Brussels sprouts had the worst PR campaign growing up. But for real people who know about the good movement of the bowels, you eat them Brussels sprouts.
I was an adult, though, if I'm being honest with you.
Word. It took me a minute. It took me it had to have been within the last like 4 or 5 years. Like they definitely gotta, like I was not going near Brussels sprouts for like the first 25 years of my life. So
now, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, it's probably because the person who cooking them cannot cook.
Word. That's
the real tea with Brussels sprouts.
Which makes me think, how the hell can you fuck up Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, you got to get the broil and you got to get the seasoning right.
Yes, the seasoning,
because it could come out too mushy and it's nasty, like old people food. We don't need that.
Right? Yeah, like it's all about that perfect balance, you know. And I'm still working on that myself, but you know, at least I know what to aim for. So fuck it.
I love that. Well, while we're here, you know what I'm saying? How was your week so far before you joined us here on Reasonable Dialogue Podcast?
So my birthday was on Wednesday.
Happy belated birthday. You a Pisces?
Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Milan's a Pisces too. So this is a Pisces house today.
Let's go. Yeah, no, it's fishes all out this motherfucker.
We got a hater in the crew.
Oh, come on, son. But my week's been great. You know, like my birthday was on Wednesday. I went to I got a wing spot right up the street from my crib. I went to go get like my favorite meal, kicked it with my family. Me and my lady went to go see a movie on Wednesday night. And then we went to an arcade, and I've just been kind of like working, keeping low. I went out to my homie, Fatboy Sharif. Shout out to Sharif, Jersey Strong. His birthday. He had a birthday party on the Lower East Side last night. So it was at this spot called Orchard Street Paint Supply. It's like a skate shop, graffiti shop. Turns out a lot of people were born in the last 2 weeks. So it was just like hella happy birthdays, happy belated birthdays. It was just like a beautiful night of togetherness for the little community I run in. And I don't know, like I'm 34 and I feel great. You know, like I'm just happy to be here. I feel like I'm just getting started on a lot of shit. So I just I feel great. You know,
I love that. 30s is really the new 20s.
It really is.
Shout out to Jigga Man. You know, it is.
Come on,
it really
man.
is.
We're having fun out here. You know, like I mean, just like digging back into shit I loved as a kid, and I don't know, I feel different and the same in a lot of ways, and it's a good feeling. I got a lot of perspective on just everything. Things make more sense. Everything's funnier too. You know, like I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's just I don't know if that naturally comes with age, but like everything's funnier to me than it was like
it could be either
5 years
serious.
ago.
So it's glad that it's funny.
What do you feel like has been the best lesson you've learned so far in your 30s?
Oh damn. Best lesson I learned in my 30s. Move at your own pace. Don't. Yeah. No, move at your own pace. Don't burn yourself out if you don't have to. Like, not to say that's what your 20s are for, but I did a lot of that in my 20s. And it really is just about like, oh man, I'm trying to remember who said it. It might have been Jill Scott in an interview I read recently. She was saying something about like your 20s is for working like hard. Your 30s is for working smart and not hard. Your 40s is for like working when you want to. And your 50s and 60s is for working like if you like that. It's like I like that really stuck to my brain. And I think I'm at the point now where I'm figuring out how to work smarter and not harder, so I think that's the best advice I've learned.
I love that. That's great. That's sound advice right there. It's for real. Okay. I love that. What about you, Yan? How was your week?
I had a pretty great week. I went to Sophia Galate's show at Baby's All Right. She is phenomenal live. She had an opener called Bree, or named Bree rather. And I gotta get into her music, but I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't super sold yet on the music. I think she was nervous, but she had a really great personality, so really looking forward to looking into her stuff. Outside of that, I would say, like, I don't know, I had a kind of weird week a little bit because I feel like I was giving myself the ick a lot this week and just like reflecting on like just certain shit that I've allowed in my life. Because I had a really good therapy session, and after the therapy session, I was just like, "Girl, are you good?" Like. No, literally all week. And it was funny because we did a follow-up call and I was telling him, like, I just been really out of it. And he was like, do you think it's because of you're judging yourself too hard? And I was like, maybe, because nothing actually happened this week that would be negative, that would make me feel anyway. Like, I'm not in my feelings about nothing. Like, nobody did something to me. Like, work was fine. I just, like, I think after we had that one session, I've really just been reflecting on a lot of things that have played out over the last like year or so. And it's just like, ugh, girl. But I saw this quote that really stuck with me, ironically, immediately after the therapy session, that said, you need to forgive yourself for the version of yourself that didn't have the boundaries you have now. And that's when you'll really start to heal, because you can't keep beating yourself up for the boundaries you didn't have in the past. And granted, like, I know that's a process. Like, it's not something where you read it and then tomorrow you're good. But like, I had a rough week judging myself. I'm not gonna lie. But aside from that, I had a good week because I went to connect with this jeweler from Brooklyn. And it's funny because when I found him on Instagram, he's like so behind the camera. I didn't know if this was a white guy, Asian guy, black guy. I didn't know who, but I just like his work. So he's like, "Are you Tatiana?" And it's this nigga. I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to promote the shit out of you." You're black, okay. But yeah, so he does grills, and he's also on my set list, so I won't say too much there. But yeah, I finally had an appointment to get a grill made, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that was my week.
I love that. Is it in Jersey?
It's in New York, here in Brooklyn.
Word.
I'm finna go get me some grills.
Yeah.
Okay?
What type of grills are we talking about?
So he does like range of grills. So he does like the tops, the bottoms, the full grill, the 3-piece grills, the single pieces. He does open face, closed face. He does the painted grills. He designs grills. Like, he's like really, really talented. His shit is fire.
I love that.
It's like really well priced too. I was like, okay.
I love that.
Without giving away too much, what specifically are you trying to get?
Oh, I don't mind. So my favorite number is 7. So I'm getting 7 on I guess it's my fang. A star, because I like star all over my branding. So I'm gonna put a star on the second tooth, and then it's just gonna be an open face on the last one. So nothing too detailed.
That's dope.
I like how it looks. It just like adorns your smile. And like, every time Milan, I know she's not a grill, I don't think, but every time she smiles, she got the tooth gems, and that shit looks so pretty. So yeah,
no, I do love it, and it's just like, for me, it is such a cultural moment.
Yes.
You know, growing up, it's really black. Yeah. You know, the bangles that we wear, the rings, the nails, the bamboos, even down to the grills. Like, I used to love seeing the aunties and them smile, and all they got is that one little gold too, because you know she got money in her coochie good because she had that one gold too.
Come
it's just
on.
Like this symbol of like affluence. Like, yes. It's ghetto to y'all, but bitch, you know how much this costs? Okay.
It's ghetto fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I love it.
I'm so happy we're on the topic of grills. I did my first, so like, for people who may or may not know, I do I do movie nights with rappers. I call it
that's
it's a series. It's
fire.
a series called Real Talk. I did my 10th one back in February with a rapper from North Carolina named Lord Jamonte Ogban. Huge fan. As of now, his album out, amazing. Go listen to it. He wanted to screen ATL, T.I.'s movie ATL. And there's a scene in ATL where it's like maybe 10 seconds of them it's just like people smiling with grills in.
Yeah.
And I love it, like I just love how like that, like aspects of ATL feel so documentary to me, just in how it just like depicts like the culture of Atlanta. And I mean, like grills are all over. I mean, like Jersey's known for grills, like Houston, Texas known for grills, but just like the way they show the fronts, and it's just like people smiling and just like the way the different mouths move. It was just so dope. So I've been thinking about grills a lot for the last like month and change, just because of rewatching ATL. So it's been on my
I feel
mind
like
too.
we should all own a pair of
I
grills in
think
our
so
lifetime.
Yeah.
It's a must.
Yeah.
I remember I got my first pair and I just was like, I could not stop wearing them. Now I can't talk in them at all. I have the super list, spit everywhere, but they look good. And shout out to Paul Wall. Paul Wall hit me up and told me that whenever I come to Texas, he got me on some grills. So Paul Wall,
there it is.
I'm holding you to that, my man.
Right there.
I'm holding you to that. I know it's been a few years, but I still want that.
I ain't forget, nigga.
Cashed.
Come on,
I ain't forget. Okay. So Paul Wall grills coming soon. All right. So my week actually was phenomenal because I was celebrating all my birthdays. Like I swear, people are still telling me happy birthday to this day, which is so crazy. And I appreciate it. As they should, but y'all can stop now. It's enough. But no, I know it sounds ungrateful. It does, but you know what? As a person who has ADHD and I get overstimulated really quickly, it's a lot to have to, and I'm the type of person like, I feel like I have to reply to every single person. So I don't want nobody to think I'm Hollywood or some shit like that. It's like, no, thank you. I'm very grateful, but it's overwhelming for me, y'all. I'm not going to lie, but I appreciate the love. But I've been celebrating my birthday literally like all week. I went to North Carolina for my first time to DJ out there for a Busted Speakers event. Shout out to 2 Chainz, DJ Esud. He definitely booked me for that, and it was a phenomenal time. And then I went back home to Atlanta, and I celebrated another pre-birthday celebration in Atlanta with my Good Mashup Sessions family. And then I went to New York to celebrate my official birthday on Sunday, which Yan, my sister popped up and I was so grateful to see her, you know what I'm saying? And it was just really an amazing time to really feel loved, to feel important, if you will. Because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of us, we want to feel that level of importance as we are in other people's lives. We want the reciprocation back for us in that regard. So to feel, and not only feel, but to see people show up for me for my special day was like something that I cherish forever. And I don't celebrate myself a lot, So for me to just be like, hey, brand new year, a lot of things has happened. I'm just grateful to be here on this floating ass rock. Thank you for showing up. And I'm just super, super grateful. So I just been getting back to work. As you guys know, big announcement happens.
Yeah.
So I've been basking in that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been basking in the fact that your girl is on the same lineup as Jay-Z for the Roots Picnic.
Also, for those who don't know, last year she literally told me, I want to DJ Roots Picnic. So when I saw that announcement, she didn't tell me that she got the set. When she posted the announcement, I'm like, yo, you literally said you would do this.
I do a lot of things.
And then
it's
with fucking Jay-Z as the headliner. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Legendary shit.
Word. And especially popping out for, it's what, 25th of Blueprint and 30th of Reasonable Doubt. Yeah, like that's big. That's big.
Yeah.
Big time. And it's like my very first time, like Jan said, I've never done the Roots Picnic before. So it's my very first time doing the Roots Picnic. And for me to see my name on the lineup alongside legends like Jay-Z, Erykah Badu, Brandy, like I'm excited to see Brandy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just super, super grateful to be in great company, So hopefully, Hova, you meet Queen Milan, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm your low-key cousin. You don't probably even know that. Matter of fact, I may be related to Steve Stout.
I might be his cousin too, because I'm from Trenton, okay?
We both got the same last name, so I don't know. We may, I'm shining on train. But no, my week was amazing. I can't complain. I felt really loved. I had a lot of gratitude, and I'm just happy to be here, to be doing what I love. I think for me, more than anything, a lot of people see, things as like accolades and like achievements, but it really just shows the power of the tongue and how you can truly frame the life that you want by going after the things you're passionate about. I started off DJing in my goddamn grandmama's basement. You know what I'm saying? For me to be where I am today is just a testament of faith and just hard work and just never stopping, you know? So that was my week, y'all. That's all I got.
Man, also happy belated,
Congratulations.
you know, like as
Thank you.
a fellow fish, you know, happy birthday.
Appreciate that. And what did my man say from The Wire? Oh, and another thing, price of the brick gone up. Okay. But anyways, y'all, that is our homeboy check-in, because you know we got our special guest Dylan Green in the building, in the Condeezy with us. But before we get into, you know, our main topic of discussion, because you know we got to get to it, we got to give you guys some updates on some things that's been going on in the world. Unfortunately, it seems like y'all not going to be getting y'all mail sometime next year. USPS has decided, well, not decided yet, but is reaching a financial breaking point when it comes to actually just sustaining the system of the mailing system itself. So they are kind of leaning towards, you may not have this mail system anymore, which, to be completely honest, I always see racism in everything. You know, like how you say you see God in everything. I see God in everything, but I also see racism in a lot of things too. To me, this just seems very timely, considering that many people tend to mail in their voting ballots. You know what I mean? And considering that this no longer is a system to be in place for the everyday common person, if you will, or just even receiving mail, you know, it is, in my opinion, is purposely done. If I can be honest, you know, it feels purposely done. We've had the mailing system for how many years, you know, and with everything that's happening politically in this landscape, it just seems like another ploy to keep those nasty motherfuckers in office. But that being said, unfortunately, I really don't know what is it that we can do about things like this, except for protesting and speaking up and sending the letters and the calls to the Senate, although they be on Twitter talking shit, not doing shit. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And to me, I feel like witnessing this, especially in these times, it's kind of, I don't want to say scary, because I'm not a fearful ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I will say it's crazy, because I grew up learning about, as we all did, you know, history, learning and school about certain things like this to prevent things like this, and we are literally experiencing the things we were learning to prevent. So I don't know, y'all. It's kind of crazy out here in the streets.
Yeah, I hate it. You know, I hate it. And just like the thought of like, it's the post office. Like, how could we not have a thing like postage or mail? Like, like it extends to voting ballots. It extends to, like, some people get paid through getting checks, physical checks in the mail. You know, like not everybody has like an ACH direct deposit type situation, like done up. You know, like insurance shit, like packages, you know, like like businesses are going to be affected by that. And you know, but I mean, like Milan, I see racism in everything. So like it's hard to not think about how that's going to affect not just voting, but you know, like job, anything. You know, like there's like certain, you know, like there's certain people in certain communities like ours
that depend on the mail system.
Exactly. So you know, I really hope that we get to a point where they figure out how to keep the fucking postal service funded in a year. You
but
know,
see,
like
that's so interesting though, because isn't that like, or I might be wrong, is that not federal?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be federal.
I believe being
so it's like, considering that, how we got billions of dollars a month for a war that is unprecedented and not approved, but y'all can't afford funding for the postal system?
Because Tupac said it best.
Yeah.
We got money for wars, but we don't got money for the babies.
Okay. Yeah. No, they'd rather be at war. They'd rather be on them islands, you know?
Okay.
Speaking of war, though, I think Netanyahu, however you say that nigga name, I'm pretty sure he's dead. So I'm pretty sure, I think that got announced. So I'm wondering how that now plays out in this war with Iran, because if we don't have that man pulling strings anymore, then it's like, so are we gonna now have a backbone, or
are we gonna now actually do something good? Like, wow, I'm sorry, God forbid you guys are in place to do something good for the people. My God today. I don't know.
As long as like as long as they can swing their dicks around and like fight for oil, like like anytime people can go like dig around for oil, they're gonna go to war regardless, you know. But I think, but either way, I think Netanyahu's probably dead. Like it's like they're. Like I wouldn't be surprised at that video of him like being in the store. I wouldn't be surprised if that was pre-recorded.
It was AI.
I wouldn't be
or AI,
and this is
allegedly,
allegedly for y'all motherfuckers that's listening.
And they were saying for the last week or so, all the videos that have come out are AI.
Yeah,
see,
it's interesting.
Which is another reason why they wanted to suppress TikTok and why they came out with the new version of TikTok, because TikTok. But the thing about the people, and this is why. It doesn't matter what you higher ups decide to do. The people will always rise up. The people will always rise up. And people are always going to find a way to get information across. Because I be on the TikTok news stations where the people are actually telling you, number one, U.S. is losing this motherfucking war. Them niggas is getting packed up and smoked on. Bro. You understand? Like, it is crazy out there. But we don't see that because obviously we're suppressed for a reason, to keep us dumb and to keep us, you know, isolated, etc. And speaking of isolations, I mean, with this whole TSA situation, I mean, for me, I'm going to call the TSA, this shit ain't it. That's what it really stands for, because the government... The government is playing with y'all, but I fear, and this is my thing, right? Because as we all know, TSA has been experiencing some of the most egregious wait times. I'm talking about wait times up to an hour plus. People are being told to get to the airport 3 hours before you have to get to the airport. An hour before a domestic flight, 2 hours before an international flight. They're literally telling you need to get to the airport at least 4 or 5 hours prior to any kind of flight, because the TSA situation, because of the federal government not paying these federal workers, is causing people to not come into work, which rightfully so. Because
not paying me, why would I
coming
be
in?
Right.
You know, and then I got to deal with stupid people who don't know. Take your motherfucking coat off and put it in the goddamn. Put your coat in the bin. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with people like that. So I don't want to come to work. And you're not paying me? Hell no.
No. And we were already here before anyway, because like with the last government shutdown, like federal workers weren't getting paid already, and now it's only getting worse. You know, and
if anyone's seen those videos, like. I am in Atlanta, so me seeing the Atlanta airport operate the way how it does is not surprising, because that's regular, to be honest, out here in Atlanta. You know, you will get the wait times in Atlanta, but it's been so overboard. I've seen Texas. I've seen what was the other one? It was LaGuardia. I've never seen LaGuardia look like that.
I'm seeing lines out. It was saying like lines in the parking lot. Like, that's insane.
People are legitimately missing their flights. I think Delta came out and said, which is so dumb, to be honest with y'all. When companies come out and say things like, "Oh, we apologize," it's like, fuck your apologies. Do something. Like, do something. Like, first of all, make us all diamond status. Give us free something, because people are literally missing flights. Now, I would say if you are traveling just for the fun of it, I kind of feel like you got to sacrifice something. You know, you kind of got to buckle in the fun a little bit, reel it in, because you're just adding to the chaos of what's happening. Now, there's people that have to travel for work, travel for family, whatever. Those people, I can't put too much on you, because if I got to get out of here to go to work, guess what? I'm going to be at that airport. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to be there too. But it's for work purposes. I will never just, disrupt or continue the disruption by just being selfish, which unfortunately a lot of people are selfish nowadays.
That is like, American culture.
I want to go on vacation. Yeah, totally. Oh my God, can you guys hurry up? I'm going to miss my flight. And it's like, bitch, these people are not getting paid. I literally had to put a post out. I'm like, if you guys are going to be traveling, like, at least be nice to the TSA workers. Like, at least be kind, because these people have to deal with not only stupid people, but they got to deal with the stupid government that's not paying them as well. So we really hope that these people get their money, because I got a couple of flights coming up, and I'm sure y'all do too. So
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I live 20 minutes from Newark Airport, so like I haven't been on a plane since Maybe it's been like a year and change since I've been on a plane, but I mean, like Newark is bad on a good
Newark
day.
is never
So
bad. It's funny people say that. And it's like, I've never in my entire life of flying out of Newark, I've never had to wait longer than 20 minutes in a Newark line.
It's been a couple times, like in the, like I know in the newer, in like I think it's like gate or Terminal A. Like Terminal A wait times get kind of crazy because I think people were still like, I think at that time people were still figuring out like the whole process, because like it's the check-in process is completely different over there than it is in just like terminals B and C. From what I like I went into A like one time, and I think I went to Chicago a couple of years ago, and it was a lot, you know, like it took a good little minute, but you know, I don't know. I want people to be able to travel safely. I want TSA employees. I want all federal employees to get paid. You know, like everybody does. Like we all need money, and
this economy,
right? I was about to say, especially right now, like the shit that's happening in society, like pay niggas. What are we doing?
Didn't y'all say gas went up, and they say the gas is burning faster than ever? I've been seeing a few. I don't drive, so I don't be knowing what's going on, but I see a few people talking about gas is burning faster than ever. So they probably did something.
You know, it's very ironic that you said that, because literally the other day I had filled up my tank. I was like on a Sunday, and I don't really drive much, so I want to say by like Wednesday I got in my car and that shit was almost on E, and I'm like,
you just filled it up?
I just filled it up. Where the fuck am I? I'm thinking like it was so bad. I'm literally like, did somebody steal my gas? Because I don't remember burning through this like that.
Yeah, you better put some away.
Yo, you gotta go get like the containers and shit.
I'm like, whoa. So now hearing this, it's like, okay, maybe it really is burning faster, because I've never had my gas burn that fast.
What did the Obama movie say?
First of all, let me tell y'all something about that Obama movie. That was foreshadowing. It was a documentary. I don't care what nobody says, because there's way too much of that shit in that movie that is playing out in small ways that I'm sure, obviously some of it is fabricated, but I feel like there's just way too much shit in that movie that really has started, like even like with the flights, all the flights crashing, with everything that happened when Donald Trump came back into office, like that was a part of that film. So I just feel like, I don't know. I think I watched that movie maybe 3 times. And I remember the first time I watched it, I was just like so freaked out, because it was just like, are they trying to tell us something?
It's too close to reality.
Yeah,
but these niggas be telling us reality in movies, and
right, and it's like the movie ends with the country being bombed. Like we're literally at war right now. Like what are y'all? Do you know something we should be?
They do. Yeah, that's why they put it in the movie. They know everything. Man.
And it's like, this isn't like Quentin Tarantino. This is like Obama. He was the president. He has this kind of information.
He has some secret service sauce information that, unfortunately, that nigga, he guilty too. Anyway, moving on.
Man.
On to lighter topics. Speaking of Quentin Tarantino.
Whole other conversation. They ain't ready for that one.
In music news, RZA is launching his label 36 Cinema Distribution with the U.S. theatrical release of this revenge thriller, RZA's One Spoon of Chocolate. His collaborator and mentor, Quentin Tarantino, has come on board to present the film, which is heavily influenced by martial arts and exploitation cinema, and follows an ex-military convict seeking redemption in a small town. I think this is really dope. RZA directed, wrote, and produced the film, which is set for release, powered by Variance Films on May 1st, 2026, and it'll be presented in 35mm for select engagements. You know what's funny? Like now I'm thinking about this, you probably have a lot of insight on all of this kind of stuff, considering how heavily you are into cinema. So I'm actually really glad we flagged this, because I thought it was really cool. I was like, holy shit, look at RZA.
Yeah, RZA is a genius. But
yeah.
So I'm a flex a little bit. I profiled RZA for Flaunt magazine last year, specifically about this movie. So I saw it. I went to Tribeca. I saw it in July. He and I spent the day together. I want to say like 2 weeks beforehand. He did a Criterion Closet video at the Criterion Collection, and like I went there with him to do that. He did the beat with Ari Melbar on MSNBC. I went to MSNBC with him, and like we just kicked it for like 4 hours, you know, and just like talked about like Criterion and Kino. And I asked him, one of my favorite things to get to ask him was about there was like a Bobby Digital movie that got made around the time the album dropped, and it like never he showed it at some festival in like the late 90s and then never showed it again. So I was like, what happened with that Bobby Digital movie? And he went on this whole tirade about like working with, or like not a tirade, but like just talking about working with like Reginald Hudlin, who's this like huge producer, director, like within like black film, black cinema, black television. He's touched a lot of shit that everybody's seen. And he was just talking about like just like working with him and how he kind of didn't really feel like a director at that time. And he didn't start to like, it was his movie, but he wasn't like directing it and working on it in a way that he felt he could be like proud of.
Like
in
owner,
that particular,
like he's an ownership of it in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just really feel it like hit the vision that he wanted it to hit. And then, you know, like his first movie that he full on directed was Man with the Iron Fist. That came out in 2012, I think. And, you know, like being able to be in the theater with a bunch of people watching this movie, it was a ton of fun. I'm excited to go back and watch it again because, you know, kind of taking it all in. It's been, I want to say like 6-7 months since I saw it, close to it. But like, I want to go back and watch it a second time outside of like the hoopla of the event itself, because it was like a whole like Q&A involved and all this other shit. And Shameik Moore is in it, who plays he voices Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse movies, and he was in Dope if people have seen Dope, and he's done a bunch of other shit.
You know what? We should do a film screening, Reasonable Dialogue and Real Notes of this film.
Hey man,
at some point this summer. That would be very fun.
It's an idea right there.
It's an idea.
You know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, you know? But yeah, I mean, I mean, like RZA is RZA, you know? Like he's
RZA
like
is RZA.
you know, like Wu-Tang, fucking all the Wu-Tang, Wu-Wear, all the writing and directing he's done. He's scored ballets and fucking worked with every artist on planet Earth, you know? Like he's a legend, and it was such an honor to get to talk to him and get to watch this movie in the context I got to watch it in. And yeah, you know, I love the fact that he's getting the opportunity to really expand in this specific way, you know, like as a producer, because like this isn't the first time he's produced a movie, but this is like the first big, like, I'm a producer, I have my production company, like we're doing this. Like he and his wife work on a lot of his movies together. So I think she's involved in this as well. So it's, you know, like it's like, you know, like from like a business and creative perspective, it's just like, shout out to RZA, man. You know,
what is one thing that you feel from just being around him that you picked up that would help you improve with your personal creativity and what it is that you do?
Confidence, man. Like, you know, he's like, I mean, like, I think is the most confident man on planet Earth. You know,
he
like
is. By the Wu-Tang, the original film series that came out.
That series was so good. Oh my god,
it was a good series. Man. It was a great series, actually.
Yeah, nah, and like I'm mad because I still haven't watched the whole. Like they put out like a gigantic Showtime documentary series. It's like 4 episodes deep. I still got to go watch that. But like following him throughout that day, it was just like the first interaction he and I had on some like real like sit down and talk shit. He picked out this big Godzilla DVD set that he was going to give to his son. And he and I would, so it was like, we started talking about Godzilla, and then we got into the Criterion collection, and then we went to go get vegan Korean food at this spot that Mathematics from Wu-Tang put him on 2 years ago. And just like hearing him be able to go from like talking about movies to taking a business call to talking to me about like the early days of Wu-Tang and like the farewell tour and like and then just like out of nowhere he'll take a business call and like he really will be saying like bong bong, peace God, like all the shit like on the phone, like you hear like like people not from our area might not think that these people, like it might seem like an act or like some sort of character.
No, that's
shit,
really
like,
in him. That's him.
Yeah, nah, yeah, for real. Like they're like 5% or down. Like that's like really how they talk.
I love
you know,
that.
like it's not an act. You know, like I saw it happen, and it
Peace,
was like
King.
so natural, bro. Yeah, nah, like it's I don't know, like just like I've been doing this for like 13 years, and that was like easily one of the biggest and coolest things I've ever done. And like thank you, like peace to Annie at Flaunt and Alistair, who works on RZA's team, for helping to make that happen. Like that was like, I'm still fucking vibrating off that shit, you know. Just
I would say too, fun facts. Speaking of 5%ers, he's actually what put me on to 5%. I would say lifestyle, because I wouldn't necessarily call it like a religion or anything like that. But I want to say it was like 2015, 2016. I read Tao of Wu that RZA wrote. And a lot of what he was talking about within that book was about his 5% beliefs and how that kind of shapes his life. And it kind of like, it wasn't very specific, but it was like, it was interwoven throughout a lot of the stuff that he was talking about in that book. So it sparked me just being interested in 5% culture, or lifestyle rather. And I bought a lot of different books on 5%ers, and I actually I love learning about a lot of that. Cause even like Erykah Badu, I believe she's 5%er. She talks a lot about, like, she weaves that into her music as well. I think, what song is it she specifically talks about? I wouldn't be surprised.
Not Andre.
Jay Electronica. Yeah,
he definitely is.
He's like extra 5% down.
He
walks around with a chain and shit. Yeah.
10% is so funny. But yeah, like I think for those who aren't familiar, not to become a part of it, but definitely it's definitely an amazing lifestyle to just learn about. Like, there's just so much to pull from it, even if you don't want to be a 5%er. And I think there's a lot of things, like even the 7. So for those who don't know, I have a 7 tattooed on my side of my ear. I have a 7 charm. Like, that came from 5%. What's it called? I keep saying culture. 5% lifestyle. Because they are so, like, numerology is huge in 5% lifestyle, and like, so I learned about 7 and its meaning, and like it means a lot to me. So shout out to RZA.
No, like the 5% nation is really interesting because like it's so intertwined with hip hop, especially like you like that first, like really like second generation, like late 80s, early 90s is when it like really started to take a hold, and like it's really fabricated in the DNA in so many ways. Like, as much as I love certain aspects of it, there's a lot that I've been critical of over the years. Like, they can be extremely misogynistic and homophobic.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's annoying. But like it's but like that's,
well, what movement or religion isn't low key,
right? Exactly.
And that's why I said, like, I feel like it's not for people necessarily. Like, I don't suggest learning about it just to become a 5%er. But I do think as a Black person, there's a lot of values,
absolutely,
that are baked into that lifestyle that are so valuable that I think Black people should be abreast of. Because and I think that's why they've lasted. Like, this is something that their values haven't shifted. It's the same shit they talking about now. It's the same shit they was talking about in the 80s and the 70s. So like, definitely do a deep dive into that if you're not familiar.
So my homie, my homie Nas, he's a rapper named Elohim. I can't remember the name of the book, but he sent me a link to a book that talks about the history of the 5% nation within hip hop. And I've been meaning to read it forever, and I really want to. Like, I got OGs and friends who are like 5%, who are like 5%ers. So like, I know, he's like, I know people who like actually live that life in a real way. And like it's like the background is super important to have, even if you don't want to like join the nation or anything like that. So like just shout out, peace to the gods,
peace to the gods,
peace to the gods,
peace king, peace to the gods,
peace to the
Speaking of peace king, peace to the gods, somebody that has a lot of morals, a lot of values, and upholds it to his core, Mr. Ryan Coogler. Since we on the topic of film and cinema, it's only right that we segue into Ryan's win at the Oscars this year. Man. You feel me?
Can we add an applause here, Faceless Greg, please? Thank you.
Yes, we need the applause. Round of applause.
Come on.
That ass shake. Okay. So Sinners, as we all know, had a super explosive big night at the Oscars that took place, I believe, what was it, last week or this
last Sunday?
That last Sunday, actually. 16 nominations. Now, as you guys talk about numerology, 16 is my birth number, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I feel it. I see it. Okay. But the fact that they won in 4 categories, Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan, which would be his very first Oscar that he won as an actor. Very, very phenomenal. Very great. And I feel like this kind of breaks the curse of Black people having to play like drug dealers and etc. to
Yes.
win an
I
Oscar.
saw a lot of
because
commentary about that. I love that.
we broke
Word.
that chain real
Yeah.
quick for all y'all motherfuckers real quick. Thank you. So he won Best Actor, Best Original Screenplay. Ryan Coogler won that. Best Original Score. Ludwig. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all take over the names. Because you know my
Ludwig
dyslexia.
Göransson.
Goranson, yeah.
Gora
I was
Son,
close.
you know,
Okay.
Dylan, he gonna know. And Best Cinematography, Autumn. Okay, shout out to you, Autumn. She made history as the first
She said,
woman.
fuck the rest of the name. I don't know.
No, it's not even no disrespect, Autumn. I love you, girl, but I feel bad messing people's names up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Autumn made history as the first woman ever, which is
Ever.
we're in
And she's a woman of color
2026.
too, at that.
Yeah. Yes, she is. Yeah.
We're in 2026 and we still doing the first of anything. It's crazy still, but we'll take it right now. She's the first woman of color to ever win the category Best Cinematography. So shout out to the massive nominations, but also wins. I do want to say snub. Delroy did get snubbed. I ain't gonna
I
hold
know,
certainly
man.
did.
I was heated.
Unc
I
got
was
He
snubbed.
heated.
certainly did. And
Unc
I
got
actually thought
snubbed.
it was like, personally, I appreciated that he didn't clap. Like, because we need more of that energy.
Yeah.
Because why not?
And why hello? You know,
Yeah.
and speaking of what they call that politics, perform whatever, you know, when you gotta behave in a room of white
Yeah.
people. The whole discourse about Tiana Taylor. Let's
Oh
cut
my
that
God.
shit the fuck
I made
out.
a note about that because I didn't like how, I guess she got into like it wasn't even like an altercation. Somebody, I think, shoved her, a white man shoved her because I guess they were all trying to get into a certain space. She checked them about it. It became like a little back and forth that obviously got blown out of proportion by the media, because when you see the video, it really wasn't that crazy. And immediately everybody's commentary is basically like, oh, she needs to stop acting like this. And like, it's almost like she's embarrassing herself. And it's like,
yeah, man.
She's not embarrassing herself by checking
She's a
white
Black woman.
man. Yeah, like
right. Yeah.
And I thought it was very dope that they put out a statement apologizing to her, because it's like, okay, what was that y'all said about being politically correct? Because even they felt like she was justified. So like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and even how she was acting in the actual venue when they were like, you know, complaining about her putting, I guess, the director in a headlock or whatever. It's
like they're friends. Like,
they're
who gives
friends.
a fuck,
That's
you know?
how she showed
Like,
her excitement, and he didn't have a problem with it. Get over it. Oh my God. Like he wasn't even visibly uncomfortable. He just went with
like
it.
These actors and actresses, directors, freaking DPs, whoever in the film world, they be with each other for weeks, months, maybe even years on end.
Yeah.
You think these people don't have some familiarity already? And let's be honest, we don't have to pretend as if we're not excited, which I did love the fact that she made a statement saying you guys are just so used to whatever bullshit and misery that you're used to that you can't even see when somebody can be happy for someone else. I mean, to be in the room is gratitude. To be in the category is gratitude. Of course, the win, you know, we would love the win, but listen, just because she's a Black woman, you don't have to put so much, which they always do, always trying to police every single thing us Black people do. And at that point in time, it was like, you niggas are sitting at home on your stink ass couch. What are you talking about?
Also, I think there's another conversation too that needs to be had just about how Black people all act. Like, we all act differently. We don't all act one way. And I think the way she shows up in these moments is how she's always showed up since we first saw her on the scene at MTV. Like, this is Tiana Taylor's personality. This is not new. This is not her being extra. Like, we're going to have Tiffany Haddish's, or however you say her name, of the world. Then we're going to have the super well put together Beyonce's of the world. Like, I just feel like
you're Angela Bassett.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we all have to act one way. And I don't think it's fair to act like, well, since she's not acting the way, she's not being poised in the same exact way that Angela Bassett would show up to this space. Like, okay, and she's not Angela Bassett.
It's rooted in, once again, my favorite word in this podcast, racism.
with the rainbow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that it's coming from our own fucking people.
It's always because you know what? They still slaves.
Come on, man. Yeah, no, it's like, I mean, like, I've been somebody who's loved Tiana Taylor forever. Like, she's been acting in movies for a long time. She had a big like awards worthy performance that came out a couple years ago in this movie whose name I can't remember right now, and I'm embarrassed about it.
She was playing like a single mother or something.
Yes, I can't remember the name of the joint. Yeah. I still haven't seen it. I'm mad at myself, but I don't know, like, just like, And you're like, I think a lot of it has to do with people having a lot of feelings about her role in the movie she was nominated for this year, like One Battle After Another. I know people have so many opinions. I'm tired of the discourse. Like I want it to die finally. I So like for me personally, I enjoyed the movie. I thought she was very good in the movie. I know everyone has different feelings about the way like black people and black women in that movie were
portrayed.
portrayed.
Yes.
It's super duper complex.
Which is rightfully so. We can say that.
Like everyone's mileage is gonna vary there, and like it's been nice to see. It's been nice to see a movie generate conversation and discourse like this, because this is what art is supposed to do, regardless of if you like it or not. Like if it's gaining this much of a reaction from people, it's clearly poking something that needs to be poked, you know? But
I agree.
But just like seeing her around and seeing people, because like obviously a lot of people didn't know, even as big as she's been, like in music and in film and just like as a dancer and all the other shit she's been in music videos, like people like being at the Oscars, like that's a different type of exposure. And it's a lot of people's first time. It's a lot of people's first time seeing her, and it's just another reminder that like people don't be around black people like that, because I don't know, man. Like nothing she did felt weird or out of character.
It didn't
like,
feel out of place.
Professional to me. Yeah, no, like, and even if you didn't know anything about her, like she's just excited, you know. I mean, like, yeah, like I don't know. It's like
she got that Whitney vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Johnny, Julie. You know what I'm saying? She got that vibe.
You know what it is. And then like to go back to Coogler and Sinners and Michael B. Jordan and Autumn winning for best cinematography. Like I loved Sinners. I thought Sinners was great. I think it should have won Best Picture. Personally.
I think so too.
Like as much as I liked One Battle After Another, I think Sinners was the better movie.
So really quickly, what would be the difference between Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay in the sense? Like, what does Best Picture in a way trump the screenplay? Like, how does that work? Because I'm not familiar.
So like the way it works, like Best Picture is just kind of like the overall. Because like when you think about it, the person who wins for the screenplay is the person who, like, of course, like wrote the screenplay and you like did the idea. But people who the person who wins the people who win for Best Picture win for it's like the producers of the movie who typically take that award home. And Best Picture is seen as like the general, like the movie itself, like every element of it, like the direction, the acting, the screenplay, because like I mean like, and then of course like at the Oscars, like every category, like they recognize everybody. They recognize the set designers, the costume designers, the sound mixing, the special effects people, the makeup people, you know, whatever. But like Best Picture is just it's just like the overall, like, this is the movie. But the interesting thing about being black at the Oscars is that, you know, a lot of black filmmakers will get the original screenplay award or like some other not Best Picture, what I guess is considered to be like a technical award, as like well, we didn't really feel like giving you Best Picture, so take this Best Original Screenplay. And then on top of that, Coogler is only the second black person to ever win Best Original Screenplay.
Ever. Yeah. So it's like, imagine they was never going to give him both. They was never going to give him both.
Right. It's him and Jordan Peele. They're the only two people who've ever won Best Original.
Yeah.
And I just finished reading this my man Thomas Galianopoulos wrote this incredible biography on John Singleton, and Singleton was the first black man ever nominated for Best Original Screenplay. And that was in when did Boys in the Hood come out? The early 90s. I can't remember the exact year. So for him to be the first black man person, period, to be nominated for Best Original Screenplay, and then the winner not win until when did Get Out come out? 2017? You know? And then Coogler being the second, it's you know, I'm happy for Coogler. He deserves it. You know, like he's deserved it forever. He's one of my favorites of this era. I love Michael B. Jordan, great actor. You know, like he deserved it for Sinners.
He very much deserved it. Yeah.
You know, like
he played literally.
But I saw this take. I was gonna say I saw this take, and I thought it was very moving because it was so true and ironic that black people have to do double the work to get the same recognition as white. He literally played two different roles in that entire film.
when he
What was the third one?
died. The third was when he was a vampire, his brother.
Yeah, okay.
He like technically he had a channel
Yeah,
being a
it's not the
zombie
same. Yeah.
vampire brother
Yeah.
now. So technically
Three,
I'm not
okay.
just, you know,
Mhm.
I want to kill you. You know, it's a
Yeah,
different
it
kind of
was-
vibe,
Yeah.
different energy you
Yeah.
got to present. So for me, and also I always butcher her name. I don't want to say it, but she is like one of the most gorgeous women to me in this world.
Oh,
Wumi?
yeah.
Wumi Osaku, yeah, she's
yeah.
amazing.
She also got snubbed, in my personal opinion. I feel like
Yeah.
Word.
I don't even know, was she nominated for certain things?
She was
Whatever.
nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Yeah,
She should have won it. She should have won it. Now, I don't know the
easy.
categories, and for me personally, I'm going to always do what Issa say. I'm voting for everybody black. I'm sorry. Yes. You may have been great, but I don't give a fuck. This award deserves to be black, okay? That's how I operate, all right? But I feel like she got snubbed too. Delroy and her both got snubbed, in my personal opinion. And now that you broke it down, because I didn't have an understanding between film, winning the film and screenwriting. So that means the film winning means everybody is Oscar basically winning because the film itself won for
Best
the
picture.
last.
She's talking about.
More or less, yeah. Because like the people, like the people who take home Best Picture, the people who like produced the movie,
Okay.
like it's it's not like when you win Best Picture, like every single person in the movie.
So it's not like the
wins
Grammys then,
the award.
where
Nah.
people. Okay, that's what we
Okay.
have to figure out.
They
Okay.
don't
nah,
they don't
not
play
quite.
that at the Oscars.
Nah. You know, that's why all the yeah. So like if like the movie wins Best Picture, the actors don't take home an award unless
Okay.
they were a producer on the movie. Which
Mm.
it's like like the Oscar stipulations are interesting, and you know, and then on top of that, this year I think for the first time ever they added a category called Best Ensemble. So like whatever movie wins Best Ensemble, like that, then the cast,
That's really
everybody in the
fire.
cast wins the award for that, as far as
that's
I
fire.
know.
Yeah, I love that.
So and I'm pretty sure One Battle After Another also won Best Ensemble. So I'm pretty sure people wound up taking home awards for that. I could be wrong on who takes home the award for that specifically. It might be like the casting director who took home the award for that. But either way, like that's just like how it works in terms of like who takes home what award outside of like the person who wrote the screenplay or the person who like acted in the movie or directed the movie, you know?
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting to know.
See, we really had the perfect person for this episode.
No, for real, because you
Hey,
know all
man.
of the knowledge. You about to be our best friend, okay? Because
Come on,
I'm really
man.
trying to get more into film. As somebody who wants to be a future screenwriter, I want to get more into film. You know what I'm saying? Shooting, all of the things. Scoring. One day I will be scoring. You know what I'm saying? I want
Let's
to get
go.
into it all. So I love it. I love it. So y'all, we're gonna do that idea. We're gonna do that idea. You said, but yes, congratulations to the Cine Squad. I feel like that movie was what we kind of use loosely the term cultural shift. You
Oh, for
know,
sure.
we use it for any and everything. But this movie definitely was a cultural shift. The fact that even Ryan Coogler and the shooting style, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what it was. It was you probably know Dylan, of course, but the type of way he shot the movie
millimeters?
itself. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I think Zendaya and some other person, like they're trying to like, you know, people, when you start a trend, people trying to, you know, follow along. Nothing to Zendaya. We love Zendaya over here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the directors and the people who are inspired are now starting to be like, well, this formula worked. Let me try it over here with this. So it's going to be very interesting from this one with him to see what other directors, producers, everyone actually is going to come out with moving forward when it comes to film. So that's something that I'm interested to see.
No,
Yeah,
honestly, I think when I
yeah.
saw that video of him breaking down the different types of film styles
That's
that
where I
he
was gonna
used,
go. Yeah.
I personally feel like the fact that he even did that as a standalone piece of content for me earned him Best Picture. Like, who the fuck else did that? Nobody.
It's given DVD behind the scenes when they used to
like
DVDs.
that was like an insane masterclass that I have never seen before, and I feel like the fact that he could do that, just heightened level of intent behind the film that I don't think we've seen in a very long time, and I feel like he really deserved Best Picture for that alone.
Because because like to me, like seeing that, like as somebody who's like been huge into this stuff forever, like you need those like canon event moments where it's like, oh, I saw so and so do this, or I saw this movie or heard this album and was like, I want to make movies, I want to make music. Like seeing Ryan Coogler break down, because like he was specifically breaking down the different types of like film stock he was shooting on, and the difference between 35 millimeter and 16 millimeter and
Giving the
IMAX
sauce.
ready
Right.
stuff. You know, like like he broke it all the way down. And I mean, like to T's point, like I've never seen anybody do it in a way that, like, not even just period, but like in the specific way to make it so that anybody could understand.
Make it accessible. That's
If
groundbreaking.
you've never seen a movie or don't know the difference between Real D, 3D, or Dolby or IMAX or whatever, it's all there. You know, like that alone, like, you know, like so many children, Black children specifically, are going to be like, oh, I want to make movies.
Yeah.
That's how you ensure the legacy continues. That's how you ensure more people not just can get into the door, but want to like even work to get to the door in the first place. Like that was so, I remember seeing that and being like,
so
wow,
intentional.
like,
right.
You know, like somebody's going to watch that and be like, a Black child is going to watch that and be like, I want to make movies.
Yeah.
You know, and that's he did his job.
Exactly. And that's why when he made a comment about not, you know, really wanting it, the Oscar, the win wasn't the reason why. Is that little Black child that's going to see this and be inspired to be the next Ryan Coogler, the next, you know, Michael B. Jordan, the next whoever. That's what that was for. And for that, Ryan, you always got a gold star in my book. Not to mention the way how he's so passionate about the shit that he does. For me, that was my main takeaway. Stay passionate about what it is that you love to do and the people that you're working with, because him and Michael have been working together for years, as well as the score Ludin, I believe. I'm sorry, I forgot how to say his name. But him, they've been down since been down. You know what I'm saying? So for you to just be making your way up with your people and staying passionate and staying intentional, like with the values that we spoke about, I think Ryan is going to do. I mean, he's been doing phenomenal, but his legacy is completely stamped within this industry forever, in my opinion. So shout out to Ryan. Shout out to the whole Sinners cast. But you know what? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One more real quick thing. Like, I just thought about this while you were saying that. Like a big important thing about him making Sinners, he ensured the fact that he's going to get the rights to the movie back in 25 years as well. And like, that's also super important, not just for, it's unheard of. Like nobody gets deals like that. So just like, you know, like he stamped himself in the culture, and then he's already secured a pretty crazy, like, in 25 years, he'll be eating off that movie for the rest of his life in a way that few filmmaking creatives get to in any way. You know, like you got to be like the cream. You got to be like the best of the best of the best to like eat like that. So, I just wanted to point that out too.
No, you're absolutely right. And you have to be the best of the best. Okay. The best of the best has 25-year legacies, 30-year legacies. And speaking of the best of the best, Mr. Jay-Z is making his comeback to the Roots Picnic. As I said earlier, you know, your girl is on that lineup this year, 2026. But May 30th as a headliner alongside Erykah Badu. We also have our good homie, Bino Friend, who will be performing. Okay. Not to mention, Jay-Z is also and did announce that he will be doing 2 New York shows to celebrate, once again, 30 years of Reasonable Doubt and the 25 years of The Blueprint, all at Yankee Stadium. I don't know, the scammers, get them pieces moving. Ladies, get the outfits ready. I mean, it's gonna be a fucking time. Mr. Jiggaman is back, and we kind of knew that when he came out with B during those, you know, the Cowboy Carter situation. He was like, I was like, okay, you testing them old ass knees, brother. You testing them, because that jump he did, I was like, hold on, don't jump too far now. But you testing them knees, you getting ready, and I will predict that after he does this Yankee Stadium thing, I feel like we're gonna get a new Jay-Z album.
Oh, absolutely. I think so too.
I think we're gonna get a new Jay-Z album.
And tour to follow.
Honestly, yeah,
it's gonna be a strong follow-up. I can see it. And please, we don't need the combination. We don't want no joints. We don't need an on the run 3. Please, just stick to the plan.
And I really
stick to Act 3.
Like, I don't know if I would be mad at it, but I was gonna say that. I think some people are saying that Act 3 might be a Carter's album.
Absolutely not.
I hope not. Honestly,
she did too much with the Renaissance, the Cowboy Carter. The last piece that will fit into her trilogy would be Rock. It only makes sense. So to go off of that, maybe a feature or two. No offense, Jigga. I'm not saying that you can't be, because we're gonna be on the same lineup. But
yeah, man.
I'm just saying, like, we don't need it right now, but it's okay. It's okay if you did. So shout out to Jigga Man. Really quick before we get into our main topic, really quick. SZA also joins Beyonce and Rihanna as a historic Black woman artist to sell 100 million certified singles. So shout out to SZA. Okay, she doing her thing, of course.
Jersey's finest, man.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing
We got
good.
legends out here, man. What can we say?
Y'all do.
On the podcast.
Isn't Queen Latifah too a legend from Jersey?
Yeah, she's from West Orange.
Okay,
right near me.
I love Miss Latifah. I love her hair. I love her makeup. She's my aesthetic when I get older. Okay, I love it. Also, Afroman. If y'all are not familiar, Afroman, because I got high. He definitely wasn't high when he was on that stand telling these people that y'all motherfuckers fucked up, and he ended up winning this jury case. So apparently, he had a raid going on where the cops illegally raided him, and because he is an artistic person, he utilized what happened and put it in the art. He made a song against them. The police department did not like that. They decided to sue him for defamation, which is absolutely crazy. You raided me, stole my money, fucked me up, and I'm the one in trouble? Crazy. But obviously a jury saw that it was a bunch of bullshit and decided that he was the winner. So honestly speaking, as a Black man in this country and having to go through those kind of situations, and for him to win, I just pray for his protection, because we know how the police department act when they lose anything, especially towards Black people. But it also is important for y'all to speak up and be able to say, you know what I'm saying? Speak up for yourselves. Like, don't be no pussyfoot around here. Fuck these people. Fuck white supremacy. Fuck racism. All that good shit. So shout out to Afroman. And he legitly was in his afro. Okay, his afro. But shout out to him. Last but not least, on the music updates, I just gotta ask y'all one question. Which one would you choose? Are you gonna choose Keisha Cole's Sent from Heaven or LaRussell's Heaven Sent? Which one?
First of all, I was always picking Keisha because that's my bitch.
Yeah, no, man. It's
Keisha Cole?
Question.
Oh, okay. I'm going with that.
Absolutely. I will say though, this entire controversy has been interesting to see play out, because one, I don't really see how he thought this wasn't going to play out this way. Two, I understand, like, I get what he was trying to do.
I don't.
No, so I guess I dug into it, and essentially what he was saying was like, God made all of us. So in that sense, we're all heaven sent. But it's just like, okay, but do you know what heaven sent means? Like, that's a positive thing. Like, it's a phrase that literally implies positivity. So it's like, it's just, it never was going to land. Like, there was never a reality where that was going to land.
Right. And like he just and then he doubled and tripled down.
That was the next thing I was going to say. It's like, then you double down on this shit instead of just saying, you know what?
I'm wrong.
Right, y'all got it. And then deletes his Twitter. Like, all right.
Right. Yeah,
which
and
I
his Instagram.
I always say, y'all have the ability just to log the fuck off. Like, doing all the dramatic, I'm deleting my, like, you want attention so bad. Just leave.
And also, it's just not a good play. You're an artist.
It's not a good play.
You need to
you know what? As I always say, the arrogance of some artists is what is their downfall. Like, you flying too close to the sun. And that's just what it is. Yes, you may have had great intentions, but what is that saying? Your intentions don't absolve the impact that it has on somebody. And because you didn't understand what you were saying, which is probably why he was very defensive, because when you're getting called out on some things that you know what I'm saying? Like, you can either be ignorant and fight against it, or you can have a level of, like, humanity and gratitude and say, you know what?
This is a learning moment.
Or, what I was really trying to say is this. But the only reason why, personally, and I see somebody say this, he doesn't get a pass, is because you're a rapper. Your job is words. Your job is to explain these words. So you coming online, number one, disrespecting your fan base, disrespecting everybody who clearly seen and heard with their own ears and eyes what you said, and then you're trying to make us feel stupid. It was just an ignorant play, in my personal opinion. And you're too new of an artist to be playing these type of games right now. You just got signed to Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the backyard boogies and shit like that.
I see somebody say, this is why Jay-Z tried to play in his face the first time.
Like, you gotta hold it down, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax a little. We get what you're saying, but no. It wasn't.
It just doesn't land. I'm so sorry. It is.
And I'm sorry, but we're not going to humanize fucking monsters anymore. I don't give a fuck if God made him or me. That nigga is nastier.
Right.
He's terrible. I'm not doing that shit. Imagine it's like a group project. I'm sorry, I did my work. This person didn't. Why the fuck he getting an A or any kind of score? You get what I'm saying? So no.
It was, and yeah, like as somebody who like I've been watching that happen for a while, and I wrote a thing about him for the publication I co-own called Hearing Things, and like listening to his music, I was like, I say this in I got into an argument with a homie about this, like
not an argument, you know, it's real.
I say this in the sense that their music has the same feeling and the same goal, not in terms of their like technical skill, but LaRussell is just like Hyphy Chance the Rapper to me, you know, just like, you know, like that's been the vibe I've gotten from him since I first really tapped into the music. And like, you're really not doing enough to like, make it to the point where I'm like, bro, like, just leave. Like, just like go in a corner and relax somewhere, and then like come back and hope people are willing to forget about the fact that you like that you drew an equivalency between Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and fucking Jeffrey Epstein and Adolf Hitler. Like come on, son.
Like be for real.
And that's the crazy part. It's like even without the specific language of heaven sent, like you didn't see a problem in drawing the connection between these very different people.
Let's just like, eliminate heaven sent.
That right, like that alone. It's like, what the fuck was you thinking? And it pains me to say this because I really want that nigga to win. Like I really want him to win. Like
in the beginning,
and
that's just a whole independent artist thing. You know what I'm saying?
Same way.
Sorry, you're doing like the backyard boogie.
Yes,
you investing in yourself. You putting yourself out there. Like I'm gonna always be a fan.
Right.
Sorry, y'all.
But it's like, you doing this now, and it's like, all right, now I'm gonna have to let you drown over there because I can't.
It's the arrogance.
That. Yeah,
I tell y'all artists every time, listen and listen good. Stop being so fucking arrogant right away. Like
get it to yourself.
Right.
Niggas gotta put some more time into that. But
into our next topic, our main topic of discussion. This Jack Harlow Monica album. I guess
my nigga. What you said? You said my nigga? Oh.
Before we even dig into the controversy, what do y'all feel about the album itself? Take the controversy apart. All right.
And I thought this album was boring. It's like it's because like I know people have been going all over about it. We'll get into like the details in a minute, but just like listening to it as music is boring.
Okay,
it's boring. Like it's like nothing to this. It's I don't know. It's just like minute rice. It's like what it's like I don't know, man. Like it's like context, like the context is what makes the album interesting. Or excuse me, the controversy is what makes the album interesting to me.
Yes.
If there was no controversy, we'd be talking about this like a fucking Robin Thicke album.
I would say too,
the disrespect to the Robin Thicke.
I think what makes the album interesting for me is the intent behind the album. I think without some of the commentary that he gave, which we can get into that, but I feel like the context of it is he was talking about in a lot of, like, so I went to his playback in New York prior to the album releasing, and then I also heard the interview that he did with the Times, and a lot of what he was saying is that he just is not in a place where he feels connected to the music he was making, and he wanted to make music that felt connected to him. Like he wanted to experiment with his sound and just try something that feels connected to him.
Right.
And I
so
think
Black culture.
Yeah, frankly, you in rap, you are connected to Black culture. Like if we being out, it is what it is. I think that we allowed him in the culture, so he's trying to do his due diligence by maintaining his presence in Black culture. And I think the way he went about it, personally, I think he did it respectfully. Like he had Robert Glasper involved in the album. He had James Savage, Raven Lenae. Like he included all Black artists in the production of this project, putting it together, credited all of them. So I think one thing that's being missed in this conversation is we're not actually giving those artists their credit. We're just completely Xing this album out the conversation because of everything that he said. And granted, this is not even me supporting or not even defending him, because I do think he needs to be criticized for everything he said. However, I think this is a nuanced conversation, because in everything that he said that he shouldn't have said, he also, in my opinion, did a little bit of his due diligence by including Black artists in the production of the project. However, if you go back and just in some digging to understand like his understanding of R&B, I don't know if R&B, you should have just stayed hip hop, my nigga, because you didn't even know who Brandy was. So it's like, I feel you on the experimentation and you just not feeling aligned with hip hop anymore. So I think I'm giving him a little bit of grace there because I feel like artists should be experimenting with their sounds. Like if this doesn't move you no more, then that means you shouldn't be doing it no more. I agree with that.
So on the point of celebrating the Black artists that contributed to it, what was missed was completely by him in this rollout. Because if that is the case, the Black artists should have been the focus of conversation and collaboration of
I agree.
Why you even created this versus I got Blacker because of and yes, that may be like the very what they call it, clickbaity kind of a topic or whatever, but even down to the aesthetic, it's like you can tell when someone is trying to be a part of a group and they're not necessarily a part of that group. Like you coming out as Jack Harlow in the beginning, like, I mean, white boys in hip hop, that's nothing new. So we're not going to be like, oh my God, it's just another Post Malone, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? But when you now are shifting into a specific genre within Black culture, in my opinion, which, let's be honest, R&B is not hip hop. We kind of still very gatekeepy a little bit when it comes to R&B. Like
very gatekeepy in
R&B. You can't, like you said, not even know who the fuck Brandy is. And then consider yourself an R&B artist and just say things that you say. And then on top of that, you're having interviews with two white men. No offense. Granted, you got the interview. But
no, honestly,
if you want to...
Offense taken. Because
then offense taken. Because if you want to really indulge and embrace and be a part of the Black culture, then go to the Black journalists, the Black
or
storytellers, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't, to me, there's a very big disconnect because it doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah.
And that's what's missing for me in the music. Now, did I like at least 2 tracks? Yes, I did like 2 tracks. And that was based off the production. But like you said, Dylan, for me, it was boring. It was soulless. It felt like you can't put out an R&B album within the time frame that you did, my friend. You kind of need some experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do what you did. Like, this is not rap where you motherfuckers could come in saying whatever and niggas is gonna accept it because niggas don't have no standard when it comes to rap nowadays. I'll be real with y'all.
Man.
The talk, but they ain't got no standards when it comes to rap anymore. So niggas is coming in and out the door like a fucking revolving door. But this here R&B, you could have got all of the heavy hitters. You didn't even celebrate those heavy hitters because they were even overshadowed by your lack of true authenticity, in my personal opinion. That's all.
I think it goes deeper than that, though. I feel like I don't even necessarily think the shit that he said was for clicks and outrage. I think that he genuinely did not feel like he said anything wrong because it just flowed so naturally. I think this is what we're seeing play out is white privilege. So I think you are so privileged in your position in this space that you're not even considering what you say in the way a Black person would have to. If a Black person goes on a platform, then fuck the platform. Like, it could be Who Shot John's podcast. We are still going to be very particular about the way we frame things, the wording that we use, because we understand that this could be used against you later. Granted, this is the same issue that LaRussell's having because he's not considering that. It's not white privilege, it's just ignorance. But for a white man to be in Black spaces and not think about what the shit you're saying, like, you really thought, after just seeing how this shit with Justin Bieber played out, right? We just seen this exact shit play out in the way that he got bodied for that comment that the comedian nigga made about him, his soul is Black.
Being Black.
Like, you just seen this shit play out. Yet you had no, like, there was no thought. It just flowed so easily to you to say you got Blacker. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, no, like, it's just so interesting to see, like, the way this album's kind of being contextualized, because, like, R&B's been going around a lot, but, like, I've also, like, people have been calling it like a neo soul album too, and I'm like, this is not.
And I think that's because of the aesthetics. I think everything that the world he's building around it is, and to Milan's point,
you can wear that motherfucking paperboy hat all you want.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You can wear them fucking turtlenecks all you want.
That's what I'm saying.
Them big ass baggy jeans and them 40 belows.
Best, it's an alternative R&B album.
Right, there we go. Cool. That's exactly the
and
point
that's like,
I
as
was
a programmer,
gonna make.
from that perspective, that's literally where we placed it. We put it on the R&B station, and that was it. Because neo soul is insane.
That's insane.
Yeah, because I think like the way it's being sold, it's like it was like Robert Glasper's involved. It was recorded at Electric Lady Studios, this, that, and the third. And I listened to this album, and I'm like, the only two songs that I would even consider to be anywhere in the same ballpark as neo soul and My Winter and Say Hello. And even that's kind of like tenuous at best to me, because like I think of somebody like Denzel Curry, who's he made Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. That's technically more of a neo soul album than this album is. And like that album was made. Right, and he's black, and like, and I'm like, what, and like, I got the chance to be in the studio with Denzel while he was like mixing and mastering the album, and he was like in there with his engineer, like listening to Things Fall Apart by The Roots, and being like, I want this song to have like this effect from, like, you could tell that he was really working from like a lineage and trying to like be respectful and actually like do his due diligence. And like this,
I have to cut you there. So what I will say is, and this is just insider information from being in that original playback, he did do a lot of that. I don't think he's doing a well enough job
that's fair
of sharing the full process of how this came about. And it's not landing because he's just not good. It just is what it is. Like,
it is what it is.
You're just not good. So like, everything
you're
saying, the intent went into it. He tried to care for the culture. He did his research. Like, all that is like, that was there. So it's not even to say that he didn't do that. He did. He's not doing a good job, in my opinion, really sharing that. And it's just not that good.
Yeah,
because you lack passion.
Yeah, it's just
you lack passion. This feels like it's a grab. It's a quick little. Let me just experiment. And yes, artists, are they allowed to experiment? Absolutely. We will be foolish to think that artists can't experiment. But one thing about Black culture that we have to really come to terms with is that any and everybody could come into our shit and do whatever the fuck they want to do. And they get awarded for the shit that they do. Niggas cannot go. They create a whole different fucking category for country music just because Beyonce won a country fucking album and country started with Black music.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry, you niggas are visitors, and you got to respect the house that you're visiting in. Do the research, do the homework, and then celebrate the people that you also are including in this in this process. I would have loved to see a behind the scenes of him and Robert fucking working together in the studio. What made your mind come up with this here? What was the story like? You know what I'm saying?
Because that would have supported the fact that you actually did do your research. Because it's like, okay, we're literally seeing it versus you going on a podcast to say, well, I'm not my white peers. Like, okay.
Great. Okay, and nigga, you white, nigga. You
and
white.
Further, I would also say, like, I would critique the rollout in the sense that I think when you make big moves like this in your career, and I keep saying, I've been saying this shit for years, sometimes you really just got to do shit and not give all these extra explanations. Like, I feel like you're losing the impact in all of this fucking explaining you're doing. Just put the shit out and let people listen to it. You doing all of this explanation that's giving us context that we didn't ask for, and in the process saying shit that you probably shouldn't be saying. You shouldn't be saying. So it's like you're staining the music, and we're not even gonna give it a chance now because of the shit that you're saying on this interview. That is like, now fuck this album because you talking about you got blacker.
Right. Yeah, and it's like it's interesting because his whole career, he's kind of prided himself on being like the respectful white boy within hip hop. Like, I remember when Sundown came out. I remember when he really first started to blow, and like you could tell that he had like more of like a intimate and appreciative relationship with hip hop. Yeah. Just based on like the way he was trying to navigate it. And all of that's gone in the press that he's done for this album so far. You know, exactly. and then on top of that, just like his general persona as his general persona, like he's kind of just like the cavalier playboy type dude, and like that's gone here. You know, like when he's not rapping, he's just like just the writing's not interesting, the melodies aren't interesting. Like it's just like the most bland milquetoast shit you could possibly. And I'm just like, where did all your personality go? You switch genre. It's just like, and just like the idea of people are like, oh, at least he's not going country like Post Malone or Jelly Roll did. But it's just like, it's not about, my man Alphonse Pierre Pitchfork mentioned this in his review. It's not the fact that, like it's like white or black genres. It's about like, which genre do I think is more worthy of respect? I think R&B, quote unquote, is more worthy of respect than rap at this point. Like, even if like, like I'm not connecting with this. It's just like, where's the prestige going to be? The prestige is going to be in me making the pivot to the new genre and surprising folks. But the music's not good. And you're not, and you're not explaining yourself properly, like to what y'all have been saying. So that's why this is what it is, sorry, better luck next time, bro. Like, you'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Because he's white.
Right. And you're like, I know, I don't know Jack personally, but I know people who know, like, I'm connected to him through a couple of degrees of separation. Like, I've heard he's a really cool dude. Yep. I'm sure he is. He seems cool. But like,
it's cool as fuck.
This isn't it, son. Like, that's all I got.
And I think it's okay to say that. Like, I
think it's perfectly fine. More of us need to say that. The industry has become such a fucking yes man, where it's like, no, somebody should have been in that motherfucking studio and say, yo, bro.
Yeah.
No.
He wanted this to be his Divine Feminine by Mac Miller, and it's not.
And and the thing about Mac Miller, even though Mac Miller was a white boy, he still stuck to who he was in the spaces that he was in. So it didn't come off like, okay, Mac Miller trying to be a hip hop artist, Mac Miller trying to dibble and dabble in R&B. As though it's like, no, Mac Miller is a hip hop artist. Mac Miller is, in the R&B spaces with the type of music he's making and creating. So I get that, but this to me, and I think Pitchfork was a little nicer with that 3.1. A real nice score, because it was given like 1.
Yeah.
Because I listened to it, and I only like 2 songs.
I would say, like, I think for me, I like Trading Places, and that's probably it. That's probably it.
That's literally it. That's literally it. But
I will say though, because I'll stand on it. I thought it was fly in the sense of, I think he put something together that he wanted to make. He put it out into the world knowing that people were probably not going to receive it, because he also said that at the playback. Like, when people were asking, like, how do you feel like this is going to be received? He's like, I'm not really looking for how people are going to receive it. I just wanted to do something different. Like, this is where I'm at right now.
And we could give you that.
Yeah, so I thought that was fly.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I also appreciated that it's fully live produced. I thought that is fly. Granted, lyrically, vocally, one. But I think the fact that the entire album is a live production, like, that is fire to me.
And who we gonna give the credits to that for? Not him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
so,
man.
There's also
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Reasonable Dialogue.
I could go for that for sure.
But our esteemed guest has to wrap. So we do, before you jump off, want to grab what is on your set list for this week.
Oh man! So how many remind me how many choices I get.
It's literally whatever you want. You could do 10, you could do 3, you could do 1.
Set list is whatever you want to put on. Music, movies, restaurant, shit. You went on a date, you want to put that on a set list, you could put that up. Yeah.
Yo. Son, there's this spot it's somewhere out on Long Island. It's called Red Tiger Dumplings. Some of like the best dumplings I've ever had in my entire life. Like, me and my lady Desiree, I love you, we went out there for Valentine's Day. It was
Desiree, he love you, girl.
Amazing. Yeah, man. Like, we went out there for Valentine's Day, and it's like we ate there, and it's like, oh yeah, this is about to become like a spot, So like, so like, shout out to Red Tiger. Shout out to my man Sideshow over at over on 10K on one of the he put out this incredible record called Tigre Funk that I've been listening to a ton, or Tigre Funk, because he's from Tigre, and he's always been super duper vocal about that. That album's incredible. I've been playing it a ton. Shout out to him for that. I think that album's amazing. I'm just going through playlists right now to see what I've been on. Shout out to Jade, a rapper from Arizona. She put out this incredible album called On Everything I Love. A homie of mine put me onto her. I want to say like 2 years ago. She had an album called The Sounds the Trees Make, and she put like On Everything I Love is her big follow up. It just dropped, I want to say, back in late February. I think it was like late February. So just like, shout out to Jade always. Shout out to Liv and Kareem Riggins. The Pleasure Is Yours. Gina, fucking that album
Fire.
I can't put that shit down. Like, y'all want to talk about an R&B neo soul adjacent album that you need to be listening. Go, all the energy you're putting toward Jack Harlow and them, go put it to Gina. Like, I got to interview them. Amazing. Go listen to The Pleasure Is Yours. Like, shout out to them. And then I want to wrap it on a movie. Let me find. I got a letterbox. I'm that type of dude. I need to go through. I got to go through my list real quick and see what one jumped out at me. I saw Splitsville. I don't know if y'all heard of the movie Splitsville
No.
before. It's it's a romantic comedy about these two couples, and like one of them's a swinging couple, one of them isn't, and they have like a 4-way love triangle. It's like weird, quirky white people shit type of movie, but it's fun. I liked it a ton. I thought it was great.
Freaky rom-com.
Yeah. It's a freaky fucking rom-com. So, yeah, I think. And shout out to Phone Booth. Shout out to Colin Farrell's Phone Booth. I watched that for the first time. Movie from 2002 where he's a sleazy publicist phone, man, right? Who's like,
that movie is really good.
That's a classic.
That's a good movie.
I've been meaning to watch that shit forever. I found a DVD of it when I was at FYE recently, and they had it for like $2, so I got it and watched it.
That's hard.
It's amazing. Like 5-star, locked in the whole time.
When movies were real good movies, with a plot, man. We had writing, we had actors. Colin Farrell.
Yeah, and that shit, and that shit was like 1:25. Like, they told a whole story. It's a lot of movie in that movie, and they and they fit it into like a real tight container. So like that. That's I think that's where I'm at. I think that's my set list for now.
Love it. Yan, you want to get your set list in real quick?
Well, you gotta go.
Yeah.
So we can do ours in a second. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that being said, Dylan Green, and the green stands for big money. Yeah,
period.
We appreciate you stopping by the Reasonable Dialogue podcast, chilling with us in the condo, because you brought through some great gems, some amazing knowledge, and I'm sure the people are going to continue to love this episode. Please tell the people where they can follow you, actually.
Oh man, so I mean, like, I'm at Cinema Sci on basically every social platform at CINEMASAI. I think it's got an underscore on Twitter, but everywhere else it's just that. You type that in, you'll find me. I write all over the place. As I mentioned before, I co-own a worker-owned music publication called Hearing Things. We've been going for about 1.5 years. You can find Hearing Things at hearingthings.co or Hearing Things Co on all social platforms. I write at Pitchfork. I write at The Fader, like T mentioned before. I have Real Notes. Real Notes is REELNOTES on every podcast platform. It's on YouTube. I got a Patreon. Like, please come and support if you're interested in seeing videos of that and getting like early access to episodes. Like, I got a Patreon for that. And other than that, I don't know. Catch me outside, bro. I go to a lot of shows.
You have an event next week, right?
What happened?
You have an event next week.
I do. I'm hosting an album release party for my man 89 the Brainchild, a fire rapper out of Jersey. It's gonna be in Brooklyn, and please come through for that. Like, his album's amazing. Like, that's my man. So shout out and peace to 89 and the whole Strangers. We'll be doing that. That's gonna be next Thursday, March 26th, and y'all should pop out.
We'll put that on your set list too.
We'll definitely put on your set list. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan Green. Yo. Peace King. Peace God.
Peace King is jokes. Peace God.
Oh my God. Yo. Peace, y'all. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here, and like, I love what y'all are doing, just like individually and together. So yeah,
don't be afraid
so happy
to
be here.
Show up at the condo next time, okay?
Whenever y'all want me, I'm here. So.
Got you. Thank you, Dylan.
Yo, thank y'all, man. I got a piece.
Bye.
Catch y'all.
Bam. So we get into our set list.
Bam. Yes.
Right into it.
Do I go first?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead, because you're excited. Go ahead.
So this week, speaking of sinners, Miles Katan, I might be saying his name, might be Caden, I'm not sure. He has a new single called Don't Hate Me. Phenomenal. It is a acoustic single, so we actually featured this week on R&B Unplugged and Future Soul. His tone is gorgeous, as I'm sure many of you know and have seen him perform live by now. So definitely check that single out. Alex Isley also released her album When the City Sleeps. It is her debut album with Warner Music. Incredible album. I think she also just announced a tour for that album as well.
Everybody going on tour.
Yeah, if you have not seen Alex Lively, if you have not seen Alex Isley live yet,
that's a tongue twister, but that's fire.
That's how I was like, ooh, that's hard.
Alex Isley Lively.
If you haven't seen her live yet, definitely make sure you go to that tour, because I saw her live a couple years ago in DC. She sounds phenomenal in person. It's exactly like the record. Also, on the dance hall / R&B side, Stalk Ashley released a single called On the Boulevard that I love. She is talking her shit on that single. If you are into freaky shit, that is for you. You know, I gotta give y'all one every week.
We gotta get Yan to make her freak playlist. She be talking about it, y'all. She ain't never drop it. We gonna get her to drop it.
On the
push you through the mattress.
Afro R&B side, Pabrimo, I might be saying his name wrong too, but Pabrimo and Eric IV put out a single called My Type that I've had that song on repeat since it came out. I actually really, really love that song. Yesterday, April and Vista, they are a duo out of Virginia and DC. They have a new album coming, but they just released one of the singles, the last single off the album, called My Type. They are like alternative R&B, indie rock. Very expensive sound, incredible album, so definitely be on the lookout for that as well. But for this week, I have the Standing in Place single on my set list. Finn Askew, I can't remember where he's from. He's definitely not from the States,
America.
though.
Yeah. I would name like that.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, somewhere overseas. He put out a single called Distance this week that I really, really love. I actually really just got into his music last week. I forgot how I came across him, but I was digging into his music and I'm just like, this nigga is fire. He's like in that realm of Gabriel Jacoby's as far as like what his vocal tone sounds like.
Check him out.
But he's a little more like trap R&B leaning with Gabriel Jacoby's tone. Like it's actually really cool. He has really great music. So definitely check him out. Finn double N. Miguel. So Miguel, this is not a new song. It's actually not on streaming anywhere except for YouTube. He had this single that came out real early, Miguel, when he was going by Miguel Jontel, the Blog Era days, called Supernatural. It was one of my favorite songs he ever made. I was listening to some song. I don't even know what it was. I think it was on YouTube or some shit. And I heard the melody line that the guitar was strumming, and it just immediately reminded me of this Miguel song. So I went to go find it, and I find it again. So it's called Supernatural. Natural is in quotations. Amazing song. It's a beautiful acoustic record. Now, again, it's not out on streaming anywhere, so you would have to go to YouTube to find it. But that's on my set list this week. The anniversary shows at Yankee Stadium are on my set list. I will be at one of them somehow, some way.
We going.
We're going to both, okay? And if niggas want to get
I'm
an
gonna be DJing in the VIP room somewhere. We going to both. I put it out in the universe.
Two more. So I also spent the evening with one of my homegirls, Sid. Shout out to Sid. We went to this restaurant she put me on to called La Nona or Nanonia. I don't know how you say it, but it's in Brooklyn.
Sound good.
It's so good. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Is
really
it
big on
Italian?
Italian food. Yes.
Okay, I could tell.
Not big on Italian food. So I was like, but when I saw the menu, I was like, all right, we can go. Girl, I had got the Bronzino. And it came with like some white sauce, octopus, clam. Like it was all this seafood, very well priced. So I think I spent like $40 on a whole platter of seafood. So good. Oh my God.
We gotta go because I love good Italian food.
Have to go. So
and I love Bronzino.
Hallway Finds, a conversation company. They are on Instagram. Shout out to Hallway. He interviews people. So essentially what he does is he'll interview you, and then based off the conversation you have, he'll create graphics, because he's a graphic designer, but like digital art, so not like putting pieces together. So it's actually really cool. He creates artwork using your photos and then shit that he's just coming up with in his head based off of the things that you say. And then he also recently started getting more into creating content from past interviews. So essentially he'll pick a topic and then do a deep dive into that topic and then include quotes from all the interviews that he's did, and it's kind of like a compilation of quotes in addition to information. So like the one that he just put out the other day that featured me, Key Henderson, and Royce something, I can't remember his name, excuse me, but talks about Britney Spears' $200 million deal. She sold her catalog, so he used our quotes to talk about what the math around that was. So that it was really cool. He does that a lot. So check that out. It's Hallway Finds on Instagram. And then lastly, shout out to my new jeweler, Say from Brooklyn. His Instagram is I Make Grills, and he makes grills. So tap in with him. His work is incredible. I don't even know how I found him, but I stumbled on him on Instagram, hit him up.
I see you posted too.
He got right back. And I pulled up on him yesterday to get my stuff fitted, talk about the design, and his turnaround time is pretty dope. If you have a simpler design, 2-week turnaround, more detailed design, 4 to 5 weeks. So that is my set list for the week. What's on your
I love that.
girl?
We're gonna get some reasonable dialogue grills.
Okay. We gotta get grills with the little 8-ball in them. That would be tough.
Yo, get out my head. Get out my head. Get out my head. Get out my head. This just freaked me out because I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Oh my God. All right. That's going to be our new grill guy, and we're going to get brand new grills by him. Okay. So on my set list, Bren Joy, I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Yes.
He had a Color Studios performance called Wandering, which is a single. When I say voice of an angel, like literally amazing. I was listening to Baby Keem's album, and the song of the week for me is Birds and the Bees. I really love the beat of it. It's such like and I love the little that little sound in there. It's like, like when you listen to production, it's certain little things that like poke at you that makes feel good. So I love that. Kennedy Royan. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Ryan. I'm so sorry. Kennedy Ryan. Ego. She has a single called Ego. I absolutely love her voice. I actually met Kennedy a few years ago in a studio session with my homie Swanky, and we were literally
he's fire.
We were literally like just vibing. It was the first time I ever met her. I heard her sing, and from that point, I was like, this girl is super talented, and she's so passionate about, her music career, and you can hear it in her voice. So just seeing the success from then to now, I'm very, very happy, and I'm very proud of her. So shout out to Kennedy. Alex Isley as well. I love her new single West Side. I didn't listen to the whole album yet because I believe it dropped this Friday, but I didn't get to listen to it before it dropped. I only listened to the single, and I was like, Alex Isley, number one.
What's up, world? It's
she's
your
a person
Jazz.
that I feel like
it's
she doesn't need to utilize her last name like that.
She's
She's an Isley.
Thank you guys
like
for
the nepotism. She doesn't even
episode
use
of the
it.
Reasonable
She's so
Dialogue
good. She doesn't
podcast.
really have
Thank
to
you guys
use
for
it.
tapping in
And it's like,
every
girl,
week and spending
I
time
want to
with your
give you
favorite
all of
girls
your
at the
things.
condo.
You deserve it.
We
Okay,
really
you
appreciate the
deserve
love you guys
it.
pour into
Okay.
us. And if you're
All right,
rocking with the
Shensia,
conversation,
Vibes Cartel,
make sure
and
you follow us on all
Rushan.
socials.
They
We're
dropped
on
a
Twitter,
new single, Talk to
Instagram,
Me
and
Now.
YouTube
I actually
at
like that
Reasonable
single a lot.
Dialogue.
It's good to see
And be
Vibes
sure
Cartel
to
still out here in
rate,
these streets after he's
subscribe,
been
comment,
released and
like,
stuff like that.
tell
So
a
shout out
friend,
to
tell
him.
a friend,
Isaiah
and be
Falls.
sure
I have to go
to
to Isaiah
stay
Falls show. I
reasonable.
feel like ever since he dropped the little chipmunk voice that these singers was doing in the beginning, everything just been up for him. And I want y'all to understand that you don't have to do that voice to come out. I get it, it's a gimmick, whatever, but his voice is actually beautiful now. I love his songwriting. I love his production. He has a song, Taboo, which is a new single I believe he dropped. So I really am feeling Isaiah Falls and just everything that he got going on. Shout out to Icy Red, his DJ and producer, who is such a phenomenal DJ and producer as well. Ariel J, my girl, featuring me. We Still Dance. I'm gonna always promote that single because right now we are at, matter of fact, let me check in real time because last time I checked, we was just at 73,000 listens, which to me is phenomenal because a song that I'm a part of that has that many streams as a new artist, you know what I'm saying? It's just great. Oh, we're at 77,000 plays.
Okay, that is very aligned. Look at
very, very aligned.
Look at this.
Okay, so we got 77,000 plus plays right now on Spotify. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be a part of a song with an amazing artist that I truly admire and do listen to her music. So thank you, Ariel J, for having me featured on, my first single of the year. More music on the way. Hello, hello. Thundercat featuring Tame Impala. My infinity love for Tame Impala and Thundercat. I really love them both. He has dropped a project out which also has like features from Willow Smith, but this one song, No More Lies, really, really spoke to me a lot, and I really, really love it. The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. Of course, I am on that book officially. For real, I am on it and I'm doing great. Okay, I finished my task for the week. I'm on week 2. We are elevating. Love it. Okay. I don't know how to say this designer. Amy Leon Dore? Is that how you
I
say
think
it?
that's how you say it.
Well, they put out a collaboration with Techniques, which is a turntable gear for those DJs out there. They have a collector's edition that they're dropping with Techniques. So, if all DJs and collectors out there, especially my vinyl players too, if you want something like that, like that's actually a good thing to use for, vinyl playing is actual vinyl players like Techniques and turntables. Last but not least, my good friend Maya Papaya, she dropped a DJ set that I had the pleasure of just enjoying as I was getting ready, called Soul Therapy episode 1. You can go check that out on YouTube. I said last but not least, but this is actually last but surely not least. Roots Picnic 2026. That is on the set list this week because your girl is on that lineup. Yes, to see my name among all of the great acts that will be performing, including me. And me being a baby that was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. I am the epitome of hip hop. I will throw on my Yankee fitted, but wearing a wig and a hat is just suicide. So that being said, shout out to all of us that will be at the Roots Picnic this year. I'm very excited. Shout out to Nip Agency. Shout out to Live Nation Urban and everybody over there at the Roots Picnic for considering your girl for this monumental, historic comeback. Because I know they had a little, problems with last year's festival. They took a break and they said, all right, we got the big boys. We called all the big boys and I'm excited. So cannot wait to attend, cannot wait to experience. And I can't wait to see you guys at the Roots Picnic 2026. And that is my set list for this week. Ta-da-da!
Amazing. Damn, this was a really great episode. I think it's crazy.
It was
how
amazing.
Alignment works because in the intro, I'm sharing about his connection to film and I don't even realize how many times we have film on our agenda, and it's like, what a perfect way to do this show.
It was too perfect.
Yeah.
The layup. Kobe.
Shout out to
every
Dylan.
time.
Yeah,
shout out to him. Shout out to Dylan Green. Shout out to my good sis Yan. Shout out to me. Shout out to our faceless Greg engineer. Shout out to our creative Liv. And shout out to the community, our cousins that be chilling in the condo with us each and every week as we bring you guys these amazing episodes on visuals and audios. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share us Black queens doing it. Okay, we work hard. Okay. We work hard outside of our jobs. We come here to work hard for y'all. So please continue to support us. We have so many great things coming up for you guys.
We certainly do. Okay.
We certainly do. We finna talk right after this. Okay. That being said, that is our time. This is Readable Dialogue, and I'm outie.
Yeah, I ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Ezek left. Leave all the weed and the chargers. Thank you.
It's your girl, DJ Miss Milan. And it's your girl, Jan Sneed. Thank you guys for tapping into another episode of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. Thank you guys for tapping in every week and spending time with your favorite girls at the condo. We really, really appreciate the love you guys pour into us. And if you're rocking with the conversation, make sure you follow us on all socials. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Reasonable Dialogue. And be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, like, tell a friend and tell a friend. And be sure to stay reasonable.